Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean,
alright,
and this is Everyday Food Reviews, and today we want to talk to you about KFC popcorn chicken.
Yep, you probably have seen, if you're into KFC at all, they've got a $5.99 80-piece popcorn chicken bucket. So we bought that. We've not had popcorn chicken before on the channel. I don't often get it at all because it's quite, in my eyes, it's quite expensive for what it is. It's little tiny chicken nuggets coated in
The original recipe coating.
Yeah, and you know it just doesn't seem to be very good value. But this could change that because we got.
Oh, they're proper like terrible. Sorry, quick.
We got an 80-piece bucket for $5.99. We've got a few dips that John had in the fridge. We've got 2 barbecue ones, a sweet chili one, and a garlic mayo one. We're going to count these to check that there are actually 80.
Well, I've had one.
Yeah, I'll have one.
So yeah, we didn't want to. We don't need to review popcorn chicken per se. It's been out that long that potentially most people have actually had this and tried this.
Yeah. I mean, in a nutshell, the chicken's nice. It's like kind of reformed breast meat covered in the KFC coating. It's really tasty.
Yeah.
But they're little morsels. They're not like full-size chicken nuggets. They're just little morsels.
Yeah, I really like them. You know,
Yeah.
I think I've said in previous videos that, you know, sometimes growing up, or the last 10 years, I've not been the biggest fan of KFC.
Yeah, you have said. I'll just get a plate quick.
Okay. Yeah. Wasn't the biggest fan of KFC. But I actually, I've never not enjoyed popcorn chicken.
Yeah. I mean, it is nice, like I say. It's just, for everything else at KFC, I tend to find there's always something better value than popcorn chicken. So this is an 80-piece bucket. There's the nutritional information online, which we won't bother flashing up, but we will tell you that in this bucket there are 1,220 calories. The other portions of popcorn chicken, you've got a small, a medium and a large, and looking at the number of calories in them, we can work out how many pieces are in there. So a small has about 9 pieces, a medium has 18 or 19, and a large has 32. And the prices of them are $1.79, $2.99 or $3.99. So I think the large one at $3.99 for 32 pieces works out the best value. Obviously 2 large ones would be 64 pieces, that'd be £8. This is 80 pieces for £6, so it's much better value than a large portion of popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got, how many are there? 5.
So we've had 2 each.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, and we've had 4, so there's 69 pieces there.
Are you joking?
No. So yeah, a few people have said online on Twitter that there's not as many pieces as there should be. Yeah.
Have people had many responses from KFC about that?
They've said, oh yeah, there should be 80 there. Just, do you want to?
Do you want to double? So we've had 4.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll put my portions back in the so.
20, 24 pieces left.
So we are right.
64.
So yeah, so there's 68 pieces.
Yeah.
Plus the 2 you've already had.
Yeah, so 66 or 6.
So there's actually 70. There's 70 pieces.
No. There was 24 on the plate.
Ah, okay.
And you've put 38 in there, and you'd had 2 already, so it's 64 pieces, I think, altogether.
Right. And is that including the ones we ate?
Sorry, 66 including the ones I got, I think.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's the thing. They say 80 piece, but they've kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit there, in my opinion, because. Yeah,
maybe they should have called it a sharing bucket.
Yeah, because then they wouldn't be accountable. Like all the comments I've seen on Twitter from people who've had this are just saying that there weren't 80 pieces in there. I will get in contact with them on Twitter. I'll send them the photo I've just taken. Let them count it. See what they say. see what I think that's all we can do really. It's just see what they have to say about it.
So, yeah,
it is. It's definitely better value.
It's still better value than a large.
Yeah, because we've got basically 2 large portions in here, even though we've been shortchanged, but it still costs £2 less than a large portion.
Did you see how they were boxing it? I suppose you weren't, because you were in the drive-thru, weren't you?
I just went through the drive-thru on my way here. I imagine they just shovel it in, but they'd need to fill it to a certain amount for it to have the right number, and they've just underfilled it.
But there wasn't much space left in that box, was there?
That there was enough from the look of
Yeah,
it.
there's probably enough, but it wasn't like loads.
Just if there was one more layer on
I
the
wonder
top.
if they use 2 large. You know, they might just use a large box.
Yeah.
Scoop. Just use 2 scoops.
Well, if they do, then that's like a deliberate, knowing sort of shortchanging of it. But one thing I will say about this, it's going to be ideal for maybe supplementing a normal KFC bucket, like an original recipe bucket, for a party or something. But depending where you are, what sort of party it is, you're going to need to factor in the cost of the dips, because the dips at KFC are 30p each. We've got 4 dips here that John already had in the fridge. We've got bottles of sauce and stuff in the fridge that we could have used as dips. But you know, if you get 4 dips ordinarily, that's going to be an extra £1.20 on top. So that's worth factoring in. But I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think a lot of people would get gravy with this as well.
Yeah.
Which isn't something they'd have at home. The gravy's just going to cost what it always costs. I think, is it £1.39 for a large one or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Overall, I'd say it's a good product. It's good value if you like your popcorn chicken. It's like better value than any other way of buying popcorn chicken. However, from what I've read on Twitter and what we've experienced here today, they will shortchange you. You will not get 80 pieces, which is a shame, as that's exactly how it's advertised. It's not advertised as a bucket. It's advertised as an 80-piece bucket specifically. So that's it's disappointing.
But yeah, it is, because you know, we do talk a lot about value on this channel, a lot, don't we? You know, it's always something we factor in, and it's like a lot of people like to get what they pay for, and if they think they're paying for 80 pieces and they don't get it, you can feel a bit miffed about that.
Well, I mean, it's bothered me. That's why I took a photo and I'll send it to them, because you know it's
like we said, they should have called it popcorn chicken sharing bucket.
Yeah, then we'd have been none the wiser. We wouldn't have bothered counting them. But you know, when the only 2 things about it are there's 80 pieces and it's popcorn chicken, they're basically 50% of the description is completely incorrect.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see what KFC's response with that, and I think we will try and get back to you about what response they get, even if it's just a...
We'll put a comment on the video or something, because this will probably be uploaded before they respond. But if it's not, we'll put the text on. If it is, then we'll put a comment on the video, see what they say. Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts if you've already had a KFC 80-piece bucket. Let us know if you counted yours and how many you got. Last night, mate, we got recognised as well, didn't we? Oh, I did.
Well, yeah.
So I was in work, and shout out to the fella who recognised me. I was in work. It was nice to meet you. I told him to leave a comment on the video at some point. So yeah, we'll see if he sees this. But yeah,
that's really cool. I'm looking forward to being as famous as KSI and getting recognised myself. I'm getting invited on Top Gear.
Yeah, man.
Meeting Joey from Friends.
He's not on it no. Well, yeah, maybe you need to do some research, lad.
I don't know. I'll just drive that Skoda Octavia around the track and meet Joey. That's all I want to do.
Neither thing's factually correct, but there you go. I think on that note, we're going to wrap it up. We'll finish our popcorn chicken. But, yeah. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.